the encouragement you need in the songs you love.
Grow
The 4 items have just
each day with His Radio Mornings.
There are some Thanksgiving rules.
Uh-oh.
I think these are maybe unwritten rules, maybe until now.
Well, I need to know these.
Okay. Here are some of your, she's got 10. I'm not going to play 10. But there are rules for Thanksgiving.
Number 1, we don't want no spice-free, salt-free, sugar-free, flavor-free, gluten-free, lactose-free, nothing free on Thanksgiving Day. Give me all the sugars and all the fats, amen? Rule number 2, we don't want no stuffing, baby. We want some dressing. You understand? Don't nobody want them soggy croutons, okay? Get that to the cats and the dogs. We want dressing, cornbread dressing in that big old tinfoil pan, okay? Number 3, we don't want no macaroni and cheese out the box, baby. You got to bake that thing. We want your mild cheddar, sharp cheddar, sour cream, cream cheese. You got to make a roux. Put it in that pan and bake that thing. Put a little paprika on top.
Oh, paprika. I love this. Did you take notes, Ninja?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I love what she said about dressing and stuffing because my mom is from Ohio and she would make this. She called it northern stuffing, and it had celery and it had just stuff. I was like, no, I'm not touching it.
That's what we normally have.
You have stuffing?
Celery, and I think my pawpaw puts grapes in it.
In a stuffing?
Yeah. Yeah, grapes and the pieces of the bread and the I think there's
Jake's
some meat in there too.
In the stuffing?
Yeah.
What is happening?
Lisa texted and said that she agrees that stuffing is for the cats, dressing only, and I'm over here still thinking, I don't know what the difference is. Like if you put it out on a table, I'd be like, why is there 2 bowls of stuffing?
No, I feel like you'll know when you see it because stuffing to me is a little lighter, a little breadier.
Uh-huh.
And cornbread dressing is dense.
Ninja, bless your heart. Get somebody to make you some real turkey dressing and you will never, ever go back to that grape stuffing. Sorry.
Y'all, stuffing is when you take, it's basically the same stuff, but stuffing is when you stuff it in the turkey and it cooks in the turkey. And dressing is just when you just cook it and you don't stuff it in the turkey.
And I get that, but my mom's never went inside the turkey. It was always in one of those foil pans.
I don't know anybody who cooks stuffing in the turkey.
I don't either. Like nobody in our family has ever done that.
Yeah. So Angela said that she loves both the stuffing and the dressing, but definitely dressing all the way, please.
Okay, all right.
That's her favorite.
If you want the best dressing, the real dressing, go to either South House in Greer or Lorinda's in Greer. All has the old-timey dressing, not the stuffing, but the dressing.
Okay, so possibly a road trip is going to be happening because only the dressing can be found in Greer, South Carolina. I mean, it sounds good, though.
It does sound good. Becky texted. She said, I never ate stuffing growing up because my grandmother put oysters in it. I love oysters, but in stuffing?
My mom does stuffing in the turkey and then also makes stuffing muffins where she will make little individual stuffing balls in a muffin tin so that way everyone gets a crunchy part.
Listen, that little crunchy part, that is delicious. I always want the little edges, the corners on my dressing. Yes.
This is what living out your faith sounds like.
Welcome to His Radio Mornings.
We got the recipe.
The stuffing muffins.
Stuffing muffins. It came from Jolene. She texted in a recipe for stuffing muffins, and this is where you can make like little muffins out of your stuffing or your dressing. Now, I would think the dressing needs to be a little more moist than normal because a lot of times it's just like a brick. And if you try to make it into a little, muffin, a little ball, then it probably won't stay together. No. But if you want this recipe for stuffing muffins, all you have to do is text the keyword muffins to 800-447-7234. It is muffins to 800-447-7234, and we will give you Miss Jolene's recipe for stuffing muffins.
His Radio Mornings, weekdays on His Radio.
So, thinking about baby Ollie, he's not really at the point where he's scared of the dark, other than being in the car. I don't think he's a fan of not seeing us, but I don't think he's scared of the dark. But I'm always looking for ideas.
For the future.
Yeah, and suggestions for the future. It's because this one mom had this issue. She has 4 kids, 9, 8, 4, and 2.5, and they were scared of the dark. And as a mama would, mama's heart, you want to help figure out what to do. And so she saw this really cool idea where she saw some people were painting rocks with glow-in-the-dark paint.
Oh, good.
And she said, let me do that, but with their bunk beds. And so she took glow-in-the-dark paint and painted little designs on their bunk beds so that they wouldn't be, or when they started to feel scared, at nighttime and during the dark, they could just look at the glow in the dark paint and remember their mama.
That. And remember mom, but also there's a source of light, a little bit of light, and that always makes you feel better.
Yeah.
I gave my daughter a glowworm, like it was a toy.
Yeah.
And it was the little glowworm, and she loved it because she had a little, not terrible issue with the dark, but, she'd start coming into our room and, that kind of thing. So, and as far as Ollie being in the car seat and not liking, I have seen a hack where a mom took a picture of herself, printed it out, and then hung it so he could see it.
Oh, that's cute.
And then he thinks you're right there.
The encouragement you need.
With His Radio Mornings.
What are you doing?
I'm working on my Christmas list. My mom asked me.
Did she just ask you? Mama's up early, huh?
Well, she's been asking,
Okay.
and I'm like, I better do that because,
We're getting down to the wire.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's on it?
Well, I got some little syrups for coffee things.
Oh, those are nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
one of those little handheld frothers.
Oh, yeah. Those are only like $7 or $8, something like that. That's a really nice little stocking stuffer.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then we usually do like one big thing, so like an Apple Watch.
Why do you want an Apple Watch?
I've never had one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought it would be, cool. Put my little time on there.
Right.
Because it also tracks your like working out stuff, right?
Yes, it does. And then you can, like your friends, if they have one, you can follow each other.
Oh, what?
I know Rob Dempsey and I used to follow each other
that's
as well.
fun.
And we always had these competitions every day. So, okay, so you want the Apple Watch. My son's girlfriend, Caitlin, sent her list yesterday, and on it are AirPods.
Okay.
So here's what I'm thinking. We got this Mac Pack that we're giving away. 2 of the 4 items have just been mentioned on 2 different Christmas lists.
That's true.
So you've got the MacBook Pro, an iPad, Ninja's Apple Watch, and then Caitlin, Luke's girlfriend, the AirPods that she wants. Now, these are the AirPods Max, so they fit on the outside of the ear.
Oh, that's neat.
I know, which they're all the rage right now. So if you get pre-registered for the Mac Pack, which is with your gift of support to Fall Share-a-thon, starts on December 10th, you can win all 4 of those prizes. It's not like 4 different people get one thing. No, you get the whole kit and caboodle, like the whole thing.
Yes.
And so it's worth like $4,000, which is really cool. Thanks to Timmons Contracting for purchasing and, making that available. And it's really just a thank you for your gift of support. Now, we need a Jumpstart gift, and so that's why we're doing this. Get in on the Mac Pack right now. What you can do, text the word GIVE to 800-447-7234. We're going to send you a link right back. You just click that link, give your gift of support. You are pre-registered. You can also go online, hisradio.com, and the My His Radio app.
This is what living out your faith sounds like.
Welcome to His Radio Mornings.
I would be not okay with it, but it wouldn't freak me out if this happened while I was on a flight.
Yeah, not as bad as
Some.
other things
Yeah.
that could be found on airplanes.
Yeah. 135 hamsters.
Yeah.
135 hamsters.
Hamsters on the loose.
Right? So there's this flight. They have to land at a Portuguese airport.
They're heading to a pet store, I believe.
Okay, yeah, because the hamsters are in the cargo hold. It's not like they were, in someone's carry-on. So they're in the cargo hold. Somehow they escaped. They all worked together. They picked the lock. They got out. They got upstairs in the main cabin. So there's 135 hamsters just running around looking for celery, whatever it is. And they had to ground the plane for 4 days. Because I'm sure there were like little pellets around, you know. Well, I mean, that's what hamsters do. They don't know. They didn't know to go in the potty. I mean, think if they'd have gone in the potty just, and then they're, right? Okay, so.
I'm just imagining a little hamster going, outside, because in my brain, the first time I used the bathroom on a plane, I just thought it fell out.
The encouragement you need.
With His Radio Mornings.
So I guess there was this tree that went to outer space a couple of years ago, and then it came back, and for whatever reason, it's in the triangle, right? Right, Scott?
Abbott's Creek Elementary, in Raleigh, has a moon tree.
That is
Pretty
so wild. So, I don't know why they got the tree. Do you know the story, like why they got the tree?
They submitted an application. I think they had like 1,300 or more applications from different schools across the country, and they were selected. And you're thinking, no, it's not like a full-size tree they uprooted and shot into space, but, like a little seedling. So they had several seedlings, and they scattered them. They put them up in a rocket, spun them around the moon, and they were selected as one of the schools to get one of the seedlings. So they planted it.
That is
now they got a moon tree.
So cool. So I wonder if they're going to decorate it.
Ooh, for Christmas.
Yeah. And how big? How big is it? Like a tabletop kind of size?
Baby
Teeny tiny. Okay, we can't decorate it. It's kind of like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree at this point.